5 Best Green Card Tips for 2025. Avoid mistakes and speed up your case. Imagine spending years waiting for your green card, only to see your case denied over one small mistake, or worse, being referred to immigration court. In 2025, with stricter interviews, faster timelines, and higher scrutiny, applicants can't afford even the smallest error. That's why today, we're sharing 5 essential green card tips for 2025, strategies that can make the difference between approval and rejection. Why these tips matter in 2025. USCIS is moving faster than ever. With the current administration enforcing tougher interviews and stricter reviews, the margin for error is shrinking. Every document, every answer, and every piece of evidence is under a microscope. At the same time, green card demand has hit historic levels, creating backlogs that leave applicants anxious for years. By following the right strategies, you not only increase your approval chances, but also reduce unnecessary delays that could add months or even years to your wait. Tip 1. File the strongest case possible. The first and most important rule: don't file a weak case. Many applicants make the mistake of sending only the bare minimum documents, thinking they can get away with it. But in today's climate, that's a fast track to delays or denials. Think of your filing as presenting your life on paper. You need overwhelming evidence to prove your eligibility, especially in marriage-based cases. Submitting a marriage license and a handful of photos is no longer enough. Instead, compile joint leases, bank accounts, tax filings, insurance policies, travel records, and anything else that demonstrates your life together. The more evidence you provide up front, the less likely USCIS is to issue a request for evidence or deny your application outright. Remember, the tone of your entire case is set by that initial filing. A weak case at the start is always harder to fix later. Tip 2. Be ready for a fast interview. Gone are the days of waiting a year or more for a green card interview. Now, interviews can be scheduled in just 2 to 4 months, sometimes even sooner. At first glance, that might sound like good news. But in reality, it means USCIS is moving cases quickly to filter out those they suspect of fraud or weak documentation. That's why preparation must begin the day you file your application. Don't wait for the interview notice to start organizing documents. Keep a binder with updated pay stubs, utility bills, tax documents, and proof of shared residence. If you're applying through marriage, keep collecting joint evidence continuously. Treat the interview like the most important exam of your life. The officer will look for consistency, sincerity, and completeness. And remember, they're trained to spot contradictions. Being ready early is your best defense. Tip 3. Maintain legal status if possible. This tip can save you from devastating consequences. If your green card case is denied while you're out of status, USCIS can issue a notice to appear in immigration court, putting you at risk of deportation. Whenever possible, keep a backup status active. For example, if you're on an F1 student visa, continue attending classes and maintaining your I-20 until your green card is approved. If you're on H-1B, don't let your work status lapse. While not everyone can maintain status during adjustment, having that safety net can mean the difference between reapplying and facing removal proceedings. In 2025, USCIS officers are under pressure to refer denied applicants to immigration court. By staying in status, you protect yourself from that risk. Tip 4. Practice your interview answers. A green card interview isn't casual conversation. It's structured, formal, and often stressful. Officers ask dozens of questions pulled directly from your I-130 and I-485 applications. Many of these questions are designed to test your credibility, from marital details to admissibility issues. That's why you and your spouse should practice out loud. Don't memorize word-for-word answers, but review likely questions and get comfortable responding clearly and concisely. Most of the time, a simple yes or no is enough. Long, rambling answers often create more confusion and raise more questions. Pay particular attention to the inadmissibility section of Form I-485. Questions about drugs, smuggling, or terrorism may sound extreme, but they must be asked. Hearing them out loud and rehearsing calm, accurate answers will help prevent nervous mistakes during the real interview. Tip 5. Review your past applications. In 2025, USCIS has access to nearly every immigration record you've ever filed. That includes old visitor visa applications, student visa forms, and even DS-160 entries from years ago. Any inconsistency between past applications and your current green card filing can trigger suspicion. For example, if you claim to be married on a prior tourist visa application but are now filing as single, you'll need to explain that discrepancy. If a visa consultant overseas filled out forms on your behalf and included false information, USCIS can hold you accountable for misrepresentation, which can make you inadmissible. That's why it's critical to review your entire immigration history before filing or attending your interview. Double-check names, addresses, dates, and details to make sure everything aligns. Fix errors early, not when you're sitting in front of an officer. Beyond the big 5 tips, one more point deserves attention. Small mistakes can cost big time. Missing signatures, untranslated documents, or failing to update USCIS with a change of address can all derail your application. Officers look at professionalism and accuracy as a reflection of credibility. By carefully reviewing every page, every attachment, and every deadline, you protect yourself from unnecessary setbacks. How policy shifts could change the game. U.S. immigration is not just about charts and numbers, it's also deeply influenced by policy. A single executive order or USCIS policy update can reshape timelines overnight. For example, if visa recapture legislation moves forward in Congress, thousands of unused green cards from past years could suddenly be added back into circulation, easing decades-long backlogs. Similarly, administrative changes to processing speed or how spillover visas are allocated could dramatically benefit categories like EB2 India or EB3 Philippines. Staying updated on these shifts is just as important as watching the bulletin itself. Key mistakes applicants must avoid in 2025. Submitting incomplete forms, which leads to immediate rejection. Missing medical exam updates, especially with the latest vaccination rules. Overlooking deadlines for RFEs, requests for evidence. Relying on outdated priority date predictions without checking the latest bulletin. Forgetting to update USCIS about address changes, which can delay approvals. Final thoughts. The green card process has always been high stakes, but in 2025, the stakes are even higher. With faster interviews, stricter officers, and a government openly searching for reasons to deny cases, applicants must prepare like never before. File the strongest case possible, prepare early for interviews, maintain your legal status, rehearse your answers, and carefully review your past applications. Doing these things won't guarantee success, but they'll put you in the best position to secure your green card and avoid devastating delays or denials. This was your Visa Intel USA update. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for future immigration updates. Thanks for watching. Stay informed. Stay ahead.